Citing the book of Hebrews, it argues that perfection wasn't something Jesus was just born with. No, it was a process. He was made perfect through suffering. His devotion was tested, it was proven, and his perfection was something he achieved at the very end of his journey on the cross, not something he had from the start.
So, if you adopt this view of Jesus, it totally changes how you have to approach the Bible. And this next section is all about what the source calls reading scripture with humility. And here's a really crucial point. The author claims that treating the Bible like it's a perfect, flawless, inerrant book is actually a form of idolatry. It's like you're putting the book in the place of God. In this view, the Bible is seen as divinely inspired, for sure, but still a fundamentally human collection of texts, written by humans. So how are you supposed to read it then? Well, the source suggests a four-step approach that basically encourages you to be a really active, critical reader. First, question any single translation, because none of them are perfect. Second, look at different ancient manuscripts and their variations. Third, you've got to dig into the history and the culture of the time. And maybe most important of all, be honest about your own biases, the theological lens you're bringing to the text. And that brings us to our final section, where this all comes together. After wading through all this complex history and theology, the source argues that the path forward is, believe it or not, actually pretty simple. And here it is, the core takeaway of this entire perspective. The author argues that the true path to God isn't about mastering complicated doctrines or signing off on specific creeds. It's about imitation. It's about looking at the life of the human Jesus and trying to copy his humble, practical devotion to God and to other people. Simple as that. From this point of view, the gospel, the good news, is also simplified. It's not, as the author puts it, about a crucified God, a concept they actually call a pagan blasphemy. Instead, the good news is simply the message of the resurrection. Jesus' resurrection is presented as the ultimate proof, the ultimate hope that we too can have life in the world to come. Ultimately, the source's entire argument is that Christianity started as a simple path of devotion that got way too complicated by theology over the centuries. And it leaves us with this final, really thought-provoking question to chew on. Is it possible that sometimes the simplest explanation is the one that's hardest for us to accept?